Okay. There we go.
Hello, and welcome to the crossover, where none is out of bounds and everything is fair game. We have a lot to cover with you today, but first, let's check in with the talk. Please give a warm welcome to Stats, Aggie P, Time, and Jesus.
What is happening, everybody? And once again, it is time for the best, the greatest, the number one sports talk show on YouTube, on radio, and on the World Wide Web. If you go to WLJFradio.com, you'll find it on the World Wide Web also. It's the number one sports talk show there and everywhere. And it's called At Home with the Crossover. I am your man, Big T, alongside the usual cast of characters, my tag team partners, the people that make me look good, the people I can't do it without. Talking about first and foremost, Mama. She's in the house, the first lady, the doctor, the queen, the entrepreneur, the professor, all of those. And she is definitely running the show tonight, making sure we up so everybody can see us on the stream. None other than TP is in the house. What's going on, TP?
Woo! Blessings on blessings on blessings.
Hey, was that a tribute to Ric Flair? Woo!
Yes.
Woo!
That's right.
And then we got the man that brings the Ag swag to the show each and every week. Thus, the nickname Aggie P. He's definitely in the house. AP, what's up?
Always, Big T. Aggie Pride is nationwide.
Nationwide, yes. And then the man that can't see, that's why he's looking up at the ceiling. He thinks he's looking at the computer, but he's actually staring at the ceiling. He's got a group of handlers that try to help him, but they struggling tonight. His nickname is Radar, but we like to call him Radar Charles. Radar, what is up?
Narrow is the way, Big T, when it's time to play. And by the way, my quote-unquote handler said they prefer the term entourage.
Entourage. Okay. Well, his entourage, tell them they're not doing a good job tonight because they had you look in the wrong direction. And then last but not least is the man that won the ACC Tunnel Crew Tournament Challenge last week. I mean, actually, if he wasn't such a fan, he might have went undefeated because his 3 losses was Wake Forest. He picked Wake Forest to win the tournament, and that was his 3 losses, right? He went 11-3, and who knows, man? He might have went 14-0 if he didn't pick Wake. That fandom got the best of him, but he's wearing the crown tonight. He's got the belt over his shoulder. Number one Eagles fan on the show. Number one Wake Forest fan on the show. Number one LeBron James fan on the show. Birdman is his name. Bird, what is up?
Thank you all for the support of my Demon Deacons. Y'all more passionate than I am about them.
There you go. There you go. Hey, and together we are the Tunnel Crew, watching everything that happens inside and outside the tunnel, leading to the lines of competition in the world of sports. Coming up on this edition of At Home with the Crossover tonight, we talk Tar Heels, who continue to make the wrong kind of history. The wrong kind of history. We talk about those Duke Blue Devils, who are the ACC champions, basically saying, Coach K, who? I mean, who is that? We don't need him to keep winning. And NFL free agency moves. A lot of stuff happening over the weekend. A lot of stuff happening today. We got the biggest and the best of the moves that we'll talk about because we can't hit them all, but we'll try to talk about the biggest of the best. But first, we begin with the hot topics, hottest stories of sports. May not be what everybody else is talking about, but it's the things we, the Tunnel Crew, want to talk about. And we kick this show off. We lead it with the hottest story, especially locally. Our very own Carolina Panthers, who kicked off free agency with a bang. They made a trade with the Chicago Bears, taking the number 1 pick in this year's NFL draft. But they gave up a lot. 4 picks, actually, and wide receiver DJ Moore. And those picks look like this. The first pick in this year's draft, which is the number 9 pick. Their second round pick in this year's draft. their first round pick in next year's draft, and a second round pick in the 2025 draft. And all the experts seem to believe they're going to take a quarterback. The guy they seem to think they got their eye on is C.J. Stroud. Tunnel Crew, your thoughts on the Carolina Panthers making the deal of the weekend so far in free agency?
If I may jump in here, I think me and Birdman should be honorary GMs for the Carolina Panthers because we called it all the way up to this point. Birdman, am I correct or am I incorrect?
You are correct, sir.
Thank you. Anyway, you know what? Aggie P tried to tell us we was wrong. Big T tried to tell us we was wrong.
Y'all
Right
are
now,
wrong. Y'all are wrong.
I think they're doing right. I think they're doing great. They can't go wrong.
Okay, they can't go wrong.
They can't go wrong. They dumping some of
You-
the dead weight, getting some new contracts, some fresh blood in there. And, and they got rid of Baker. They got from under that bad contract before they got in too deep. They got McCaffrey out of there, and they gave up some draft picks. They gave up a wideout, but let's be honest.
A wide out.
You can get a wideout.
It's
You can
DJ Moore, man. A wide out.
You act
He was
like
pretty-
you
he
act
was
like
pretty
he's
nice.
like.
Hey, he talk about him like he's trash, man. They gave up some guy named DJ.
Let me know where I went wrong, Aggie B. I'm just saying. I mean, they had their pick of the litter.
You're not wrong. I mean, I can agree with Big T and I can't agree with you.
Okay.
That's a lot to give up, but I think Big T and the Tunnel Crew, they're just tired of going through these quarterbacks, man.
Yeah.
You know, these
Yeah.
different quarterbacks coming into camp, nobody's panning out. They even tried to bring Cam back, you know, for a little moment. So I guess they're like, look, let's start off fresh. Let's get a new face on the organization, bring in the number one pick, and let's go from there.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really blame them on that.
Mm.
Because if not, look what they would have been left with. Because I think what's his name? McDonald? What's his name?
Who
Quarterback
the
that played
their
in San Francisco now, right?
who
Donald. Aaron
Arnold, yeah,
Donald,
he's with San Francisco.
Yeah, he went to San Francisco. So, I mean, who's left?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
here's the thing.
Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
And you bring in an offensive-minded coach.
you got to spend money to make money. So that's
Yeah, yeah. Well, here's the thing. They've put themselves in a position. It's a great place to be, but
Right.
you got to nail it. I mean, because you got the kid from Alabama out there, quarterback. You got Stroud from Ohio State. You know,
Don't
so
take him.
if you and then you got the guy that has labeled himself Cam Jackson, say a combination of Cam Newton and Lamar Jackson, and I'm sitting there thinking, please don't make the mistake of getting him and let him be a bust. Now, if you get him and he
Yeah.
turns out to be a stud, great. But if you take him with the first pick and he's a bust, everybody gonna be laughing at you, you know. And I say, you know, what y'all think? He was another Cam? That's why you take him. So I mean, you gotta hit it. If you don't hit, you have given away a lot. You know?
Well, who knows when you go hit it? I mean, everybody's making these picks. I mean, they don't know.
Yeah.
They
Nobody
don't.
knows. So
They
hopefully they
don't.
got some prayer going on in the office, y'all, and they can
Yeah.
make the right choice and build that team back up.
Because to give up McCaffrey, then Baker, then Donald, I
Yeah.
mean, come on, man. That's like you clearing the deck in the perfect manner because again, everybody coming in are earning their spots.
Yeah.
Everybody there are ready to start a new, like you said, with the new coach, also offensive minded. He's a quarterback guru coach. So again,
Yeah,
you get somebody in there young, it's okay to lose the first season, especially in a division that's already depleted. Tom's gone,
Yeah.
Breeze gone.
Yeah.
Ryan is not in Atlanta no more. So again, you can do whatever you want right now. Perfect
Yeah.
timing.
Hey,
Yeah.
what happened with the Cowboys today? I heard they got somebody.
Stephon
Yeah.
Gilmore.
Gilmore, yeah, from the Colts.
Oh,
Stephon Gilmore from the Colts. Yep. Okay. So does anybody else have any thoughts on the Carolina Panthers getting securing the #1 pick? Go ahead, Bird.
Real quick, I'll piggyback off of Radar. It's kind of this cliche saying, go big or go home. Give up all of that just to get what you really want. Go big or go home.
Yeah. Well, hey, and they've got, like you said, Radar, they've got the offensive-minded coach, you know. They went out there and got him, and so he's going to, you know, hopefully get that offense going. You get a young quarterback in there, and, you know, we'll see what happens.
And I'm so serious when I make this suggestion. Let them pick up Herndon from Tennessee. Give him time.
Oh, you told Hendon Hooker.
Hendon Hooker. Yeah.
Ooh. Now, you know, it'd be interesting.
Pick him up late, too. If nobody else scoop him, you get 2 for 1 and let him learn. Boom. It's a wrap.
Well, you know what? It might be interesting to say, okay, let's not look at a quarterback. Let's look at the best available player at whatever position and then try to get Hendon Hooker later, you know.
Later.
Who knows? You know, I mean, you could score big.
Very big.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, that's the first segment on this edition of At Home with the Crossover. Like I said, when we come back, we'll talk more NFL free agency. We'll talk ACC tournament. We'll talk NCAA tournament and much, much more. You're listening to At Home with the Crossover.
I see that face, Aggie P.
I'm so sad when the joy is here. What's the answer? Joy in the morning. The Crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, The Joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. And hey, catch us Tuesday nights for right now for this live at home edition of the show where you get to see the Queen running things from her mansion. You know, I mean, hey, she got the nice crib there. And you get to see Bird representing all the things he loves, wrestling and the Eagles, Wake Forest and all that stuff. You get to see Aggie P repping Aggie Nation, as well as TP. You know, they both Aggies to the heart, and they represent Aggie pride. And you get to see Radar pretend like he can see. You know, one of these days he's gonna come. He's gonna come clean and let everybody know that he really can't see, but he pretends every week. So you don't want to miss him. You don't want to miss stats, especially this time of year where he's gonna be getting geared up to bring the stats baseball report. You know, so you definitely want to catch all the members of the Tunnel Crew. And like I said, for right now, you can catch us on Tuesdays on YouTube at the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and tell everybody you know about it. Tuesdays at 7 p.m. But starting April 20th, we're moving. Yes, we're moving back to in studio on Thursday nights. You'll still be able to catch us on YouTube, but we'll be back in studio starting Thursday, April the 20th. So the Tunnel Crew will be back in the studio. Some of us will still be, joining the show from home because, we still trying to practice social distance and give us a little room in the studio. But
So we got people that's gonna be acting like they too good to come to the studio. Big T, is that what you telling me? They too good to come to the studio?
Hey, you said that, I didn't.
Okay,
that's what you said.
We'll talk about that at the team meeting then.
Yeah. But so that'll be happening on Thursday, April the 20th. But like I said, in the meantime, you can catch us Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. right here on YouTube, the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. And you can also, on Thursday nights, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the 100.7 WLJF app, which is available both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. All right, let us get back into our hot topics, and we're going to wrap up the NFL free agency portion here. And my Dolphins made a huge move, signing Jalen Ramsey from the Los Angeles Chargers. And Jalen Ramsey is a 3-time All-Pro and has made the Pro Bowl 6 of his 7 years. And he's a stud, man. And so the Dolphins have signed him. They also picked up the option on Tua, which is basically saying he's definitely the future at quarterback. So those are moves the Dolphins made this week. And then Jimmy Garoppolo signed with the Las Vegas Raiders, So he's reuniting with Josh McDaniel out there with the Raiders. So congratulations, Jimmy G. But hey, they already robbing the cupboard because Aggie P's New York Giants have signed their all-pro tight end, Darren Waller. I'm like, Waller was locked up through 2025, I think it was, and you bring Jimmy G in and then take one of his weapons away.
Right. Thank you.
How much sense? Say that against that.
How they let that happen?
I don't understand it. I'm like, if you're bringing somebody in that needs a lot of help around him, seems to me like you would keep the pieces in place, But hey, that's a big time acquisition for your Giants, Aggie P, because Darren Waller, man, is unstoppable. I mean, he's a part of that new tight end movement with him and Kelsey and guys that just seem to be unstoppable. So hey, big move there. And then the Chargers have granted Austin Eckler permission to seek a trade partner. You might recall he had 18 total touchdowns last year, leading the league at the running back position. 18 total touchdowns. So he said he wants out, and so they've granted him permission. And lastly, but not least, we talked about the Cowboys getting Stephon Gilmore today, but lastly, but not least, Aaron Rodgers. The Aaron Rodgers watch is on. Everybody wants to know where A-Rod is going. A-Rod said, did y'all hear this today? A-Rod said, he told the Jets, if you want to get me, you need to go out and acquire. This is what he told them. You need to go out and acquire my good buddy, Reggie Cobb, my good buddy, Alan Lazard. Oh, and by the way, Odell Beckham Jr. is out there. He's a fridge. I want him too. That's what he said you got to get to bring me to New York. So, Tunnel Crew, your thoughts on any of these moves or any moves I didn't mention? I know Birdman's Eagles made some moves today also. They also lost a defensive lineman. I can't remember his name, but he had 11 sacks, Bird. That's going to hurt.
Kaiser White, that move was based off of just the salary cap and the way it is now. We didn't get rid of him because he wasn't good. We got rid of him because of the salary cap. We can't keep everybody.
He's a cap casualty. Well, anybody's thoughts on any moves?
I wanted to let everyone know that B. Smith, Small Wonder, said, "What's up, Aggie Pride Nationwide, talking for fun." Showed up online. She said, "What's up, Big T? It's good to see that you're feeling better.
Yes,
you're not imitating James Earl Jones anymore." And anyway, B. Smith told me, Radar, you need to pay attention because we've been on the thread for the first 15 minutes of the show. but you too busy running your mouth. I said, "Oh, excuse me."
We been on the thread.
I said, "Oh boy,
You got him on hold, huh?
Yeah, got me on. Said I had him on hold. So I said, you know what? Let me get on my job, Aggie B.
That's right.
I'm acting like I'm in the
Wow.
booth.
They called you out, Radar.
Call me all the way out. That's
All
all
right.
right, though.
Hey, anybody got any thoughts on these free? Oh, by the way, thank you, fans and listeners. We appreciate your support. Glad to hear that you're tuning in and listening, and keep on supporting. Let everybody you know about. Let everybody you know about the show, and tell them to tune in every week. All right. Anybody got any thoughts on these free agency moves before we move on? Go ahead, Stats.
The Raiders, like, why would me G? Like, it's like why? Also, like, Aaron Rodgers needs to retire. I don't want to hear about how many he needs. Sorry, just admit. Hey,
Yeah. Roger said, "I need help, man. I ain't coming there without help."
But Big T, he's really not getting any help. Odell Beckham.
no, they're old.
Reggie come.
Right. Old guys.
Say,
Playing. How they gonna stay healthy?
yeah.
How?
He just wants to hold the Jets franchise hostage. That's all. TP, your thoughts?
Just like Aggie P going back and said, "Let me get my guys that I went to."
Right. That makes no sense.
Let me get my crew together.
Right.
That's the most outrageous thing I've ever heard of. Literally.
Oh man. Well, I
Just
just
what? Really? A whole retreat?
I just want to know if Jimmy G walked in and was excited, and then they said, "Oh yeah, by the way, thanks for signing with us, Jimmy. We just let Darren Waller go."
Right.
Come on, man.
You will be just handing the ball off prayerfully.
That's right.
Nobody to throw to. So I don't know, man. All the teams have a plan, though, Big T. We're gonna see how it all works out, man.
Yeah. All right, hey Bird, you got any thoughts before we move on?
I'm tired of hearing about Aaron Rodgers. Just
Yeah.
A-Rod. That's just a one-man drama show right
Yeah,
there.
he is. He really is.
I don't know what to call
They
that.
come with this stuff every year.
Yep. All right, well, hey, let's move on. Duke won the ACC tournament. John Shire's first season as the head coach. They beat Virginia 59-49 in one of the most boring ACC championship games ever. And, Cal Filipowski was named MVP. Kid put up 20 points, 10 rebounds against Virginia, 17 points, 11 rebounds against Miami, and 15 points and 0 rebounds against Pitt. But he got injured in that game and left the game a little early. So Duke earned a number 5 seed in the upcoming NCAA tournament. Virginia is the highest rated ACC team. They were a 4 seed, and 3 other teams from the ACC made it. Miami, Pittsburgh, NC State got in. Clemson, the shocker, got left out, even though they beat State 3 times soundly, and they beat Pitt. Those teams are in, and Clemson's out. And Carolina, of course, like we talked about, making history in the wrong kind of way. I mean, these guys started off preseason number 1 after going to the national championship game last year and fell out of the top 25. It was the fastest anybody's ever fallen out of the top 25 when being preseason number 1. Came back in 1 week and proceeded to lose both games that week and fell out again and never got back in. And now they become the first team since the tournament expanded to 64 in 1985 to be preseason number 1 and not even make the tournament. They got an NIT invite. Hubert Davis said, "No, we're not going. No thanks. We turn it down." He said all we wanted to do was make it to the NCAA and compete for the championship. Not doing that is like a slap in the face. I'm sitting there like, a slap in the face? I mean, you make it sound like he got snubbed or something.
Right.
Tunnel Crew, your thoughts on any of this that I just mentioned?
All right, guys, I got to start off because other than Brother Mel, I probably watch more college basketball. Like, I've been watching it since November. Like every day, absolutely mind-boggling how bad some of these teams are that got in the tournament. You know how bad? How did they get in the tournament? But Clemson doesn't get a team that beat Duke, NC State. I understand the tournament committee's logic. How are you saying the better conference than the ACC when the ACC got better records than the teams in the SEC. It doesn't make sense. And it has all season. So when the tournament is crazy, like we know it's going to be, don't be surprised because a lot of these teams shouldn't even have been in the first place. Like, how was Pittsburgh in and Mississippi State, but Clemson ain't in? It does not add up. So we're going to have a crazy tournament because mathematics don't add up. That's all I got to say.
Wow. Did he say that Clemson beat Duke?
Yeah. And you know what? I forgot about that.
Wow.
Yeah. But they're not in the tournament. So, I mean, that's just crazy. Hey, we're gonna finish talking about this much more. We also have the question of the day coming up, and all of that's happening on the other side of the break. Don't forget, on April the 20th, we are moving back to studio on Thursday nights, and but until then, you can catch us right here on YouTube on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. on the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. You can also catch us online at WLGFradio.com. When we come back, we'll get into our question of the day. You're listening to At Home with the Crossover.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of clients so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, two locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord. The people are loved.
100.7 WLJF.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover, and catch us Tuesday night, 7 p.m. on YouTube. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody you know about it. Then on Thursday nights, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it also online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the 100.7 WLJF app. It's available both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. But by way of special announcement, on Thursday, April the 20th, we are moving back to Thursday nights for the YouTube show and the online WLGF radio show. And we'll be doing that on starting Thursday, April the 20th. And then you can catch us on YouTube and on WLGFradio.com and on 100.7 FM. So if you're in the Triad area. So yeah, be sure to mark that move on your calendar as we will be moving back to the studio on Thursday nights starting April the 20th. All right, Radar, time for baseball. Radar, any social media shout outs, comments from the fans and listeners?
Yes, B. Smith said, go Dolphins, great move picking up Ramsey. And then Talking for Fun said, yeah, me and I need to get Radar some Aggie pajamas. And I said, oh no, not me. Save your money.
Say some Aggie pajamas.
Yeah, that's what Talking for Fun said. She thought that was a good idea. So I already know she an Aggie right now. So I need to put her on my naughty list.
On the naughty list?
Yeah. Since he or she talking about get me some Aggie pajamas.
Get the Aggie pajamas. Hey,
Yeah, that's nice.
is that a Gonzaga Bulldogs t-shirt?
Yeah, that it is, sir.
You know what?
Go Gonzaga.
You know
They
what?
ain't going nowhere. I
Hey,
don't know why you wearing it. They ain't going nowhere.
Oh,
They ain't going
sir,
nowhere.
you and Carolina need to sit back.
They ain't going nowhere either. They ain't got nothing.
hey, listen. You know what? I forgot. That shirt that you're wearing, since you can't really see, is actually blue and gold, and that bulldog is an Aggie. So
Yeah,
tell your handlers they done messed you up tonight.
it's a dog. Look, we have dogs.
They
Dog.
tricked you
Somebody
up.
get
Oh
fired.
Lord, he done got a real live dog. All right, hey, real quick, we're gonna wrap up the NCAA. The number 1 seeds in the men's are Houston, Alabama, Purdue, and Kansas. Hey, over on the women's side of things, top seeds, South Carolina, Gamecocks trying to repeat. Indiana, Virginia Tech, and Stanford. So there you go. All right, let's jump into our question of the day because it encompasses everything that we've been talking about. So like we said, we've got NFL free agency going on. We've got trades galore going on. We've got the ACC tournament and all the other conference tournaments just wrapped up. The NCAA tournament has been announced and the bracket is out there. People are filling out the brackets already and everything. You've got, NBA stuff going on. I mean, I don't know if y'all heard this. The NBA is considering a game minimum for players to win awards because so many guys sitting out with load management. So they're saying, nah, you got to play this many games or you're not going to be eligible for the MVP. So you got all this stuff coming out this weekend going on. The question of the day is this: of everything that's happened over the last several days, going back through the weekend, what was the most important sports story coming out of the weekend to the Tunnel Crew? And we're going to start with the Queen, let her go first. Your thoughts, Queen. What is your favorite sports story, the one that you think was the most important out of everything that's happening in the world of sports?
Well, the one that impacts me the most is knowing that Don Staley won the championship for the NCAA again. The reason
Go.
why I see Radar shaking your head, yes. But the reason why this impacted me is because, of course, being an African American woman, but it's actually what Carolyn Peck started.
Mm-hmm.
In 1999, she became the first Black coach to win a women's basketball national championship.
Yep.
Passed on a piece of the net to Don Staley. When she passed that on and Don won, then she passed on a piece of the net to several other Black women basketball coaches as well in Division I. So it's nice to see that no one is trying to necessarily hold the torch and trying to claim all the victory, and know that they're trying to be able to spread the joy and encourage other women. So that impacted me in hearing. So so I'm giving not only a shout out to Don Staley, but a shout out as well.
Hey, Don Staley, man, she done started something. And Don, man, hey, they got a good chance to go three in a row. I mean, would it be 2 in a row and 3 out of the last 5 years, I think, So
Yeah.
Don reminds me of, to me, Don is this generation's of Pat Summitt.
Mm-hmm.
Generation now of Pat Summitt.
Yeah. All right, let's go next to Birdman. Birdman, give us yours.
You touched on it earlier on in the show, the whole Carolina situation. They're not in the NIT along with us, but we actually got a case. They, on the other hand, like I told Stats in the thread, y'all got to have some continuity.
Here we go.
Y'all cannot be up here talking and crying over spilled milk.
I'm not crying.
Sob
I
story.
haven't cried.
Boo-hoo sob story. Hubert Davis, you are a fool.
Here we go.
You are a fool, man.
Did you see a single tear fall from my
You
eye?
doing that? Really?
We've been sorry all year, Bird, man. I knew he wasn't going nowhere. I knew that. Look. Okay.
You not
Look.
realize that the NIT stats, for one, like I told you in the thread off air, it gives you exposure for the committee for next year to look at, and
I know
two,
this.
it will give you committee. It will give continuity for your young players like Baycott and all them.
Look, I'm happy that they missed the tournament. You want to know why? Because they were arrogant all season, and they didn't switch a thing when they should have been changing things in the middle of the season.
That's
they
Hubert
deserved to miss the
Davis's
tournament.
fault, though. That ain't y'all.
They deserve to miss it. I 100% agree. Look, couch party for everybody. Clemson, Carolina, Wake, couch party.
Children,
We all on the couch.
children.
Couch party.
Let us move forward in the name.
Hey, I got some tips. That's what
Big
Carolina
thing.
gonna be eating next week.
It
Doritos.
is Stacks, it is not your turn.
All right. Let's move on to Aggie P because Mama has spoken. Mama done shut it down. Mama done came and said, "Hey, children, don't make me get the ruler or the belt." All right, Aggie P, go ahead.
Those guys are funny, Big T. I guess for me, Big T, my pick was Virginia.
Yeah.
And when I watched the game of how 2 7-footers in the middle can just totally take you out of your game
Yeah.
in offense, I mean, Big T, we had no 3-point shooters. Nobody was trying to shoot over the 7-footers. The point guard probably missed 12 layups trying to go in amongst the trees. So for me, it was very disappointing because I picked Virginia to win it all.
Yeah.
And I figured that how they would get it done was coaching.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because, with a brand new coach versus a coach with some experience, I said, he's going to outcoach Duke and I'm going to get this win. But no. No. So hats off to Duke, man. Those 7-footers look good. And I got them actually picked to go pretty far in the bracket.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Hats off to them, man.
Hey, Kihei Clark was terrible. That's one of the worst games I've seen him have all my years of watching him at Virginia. He was awful.
Yeah.
All right, Radar, give us yours.
Yes, sir. Mine would be the road to Dallas for the women's Final Four.
There you go.
I don't get me wrong. I admire Dawn Staley. She's one of my top 5 coaches of all time, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
But Pat Summitt is up there at the top 3 spot, if I may say so. Myself, Aggie P. I can't put her past that spot just yet. But anyway, that's neither here or there. Her road to getting that 3rd championship, Aggie P, Big T, Birdman, it ain't gonna be sweet. It's gonna be full of, like claws and burns and bruises because everybody's want that spot this year. Everybody, they can smell it. UConn gave it South Carolina a game, and they weren't supposed to. They had 2 of their baddest players on the bench, and they still took it down to the wire.
Yeah.
So again, I think once these games start playing out and we start getting to the Elite 8 and those upper echelon teams, I think we're gonna start seeing, some things separate that we didn't think play out with some of these teams, especially in the women's Final Four. So that's what I'm most excited about.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Stats.
Y'all know what I got. Duke winning the ACC. Okay, and also one thing, the young guy's still in the show. And I got to shout out to Birdman because he proved me wrong this year. His picks were slapping. I can't even lie. His picks were good. And look,
hey, I told you if he didn't take Wake Forest, he might have went undefeated.
But the 2 young guys stole the show. I called Duke and he won. So I'm happy.
No, wait a minute now. We never ever on the show started taking it like the young guys stole the show.
The young guys stole the show.
Do you want to start competing?
No, I'm just glad that we put our names on the list.
I've been very nice on this show, but I'm not going to allow you to come on here and say the young guys stole the show.
He called you out, Aggie B.
I mean, what is this?
I'm just glad we competed. I'm glad our names were on the list and we were near the top. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Whatever happens in the tournament happens in the tournament. ACC is in my hometown. So I'm just glad I did well. I'm glad I did well, and
Nah,
Birdman
man,
did
they
well.
didn't even respect your Giants either, Aggie P. Look what they had to
Radar,
do.
see, hey, TP, Radar trying to start stuff. See,
Yeah.
Almost beat the Giants.
see,
Almost beat them.
see.
So he trying to get it stirred up.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm not
hey.
gonna get pulled into it though.
Hey, he trying to get it
Giants,
stirred.
then the Cobras, now
He-
this.
Hey, he trying to get it stirred up. Then his handler's gonna come grab him by the shoulders and walk him out.
Right, walk him out of there, Scott. Yeah.
Hey,
His-
the Giants are gonna be good for a while. Giants are gonna be good for a while, man. They ain't looking too bad last year. I didn't think they were bad last year, personally.
Hey, I'm telling you, adding Waller into the mix, giving Daniel Jones that safety net. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
That man, that's huge right there. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that leaves me. The thing I thought was most important this weekend was Jim Boeheim. You know, Jim Boeheim. I shouldn't say it was the most. It was the most important thing to have. It was the story that I thought. You know, because when you combine that with Roy Williams 2 years ago retiring, Coach K last year retiring, and now Boeheim retiring, you're talking about three giants in the coaching world. And when you look at Boeheim, you look at his numbers, okay? So 47 years as the head coach of the Syracuse Orangemen basketball team. That's the second longest tenure of anybody with one school. The longest is 49. Finished with 1,015 wins, 441 losses. That's second all time. The only Coach K who's got 1,200 wins. 35 NCAA appearances. That's second all time to Coach K. And, he basically finished 187 wins behind Coach K for the all-time wins. And, he's one of those guys, he rubs people the wrong way. He even did it with announcing he retired. Because he made it sound like, I'm not retiring. And they were like, what? Well, talking to the wrong guy. That's a Syracuse question. And then the next day they said, no, they had worked everything out. Well, it came out that the reason why, because he still had 1 year left. And he said, hey, he didn't want to say the wrong thing and void that last year. So he said, they owed me that money. So they worked it out. He's going to spend a year being an ambassador for the school. He's going to get paid. So, hey, my hat's off to Jim Boeheim. That was the biggest story to me, just because of, you're talking about 3 straight coaching giants, man. 3 straight guys that are in the top, 5 all-time coaching records. So, hey, hats off to him. Go enjoy your year of walking around, talking, pumping the school up, and then enjoy your retirement,
Well, Big T, he's 78 years old.
78. Let's say it's time.
It's time. Either you retire or we're going to walk you to your car.
Hey, and Patrick Ewing just got fired from Georgetown. Right. How ceremonious is that?
The only thing I would say about Boeheim retiring is I feel like if the man was 2 years away from tying the record, 3 years away from breaking it, we'll probably never see anybody stay at a school 47 years ever again. Why wouldn't Syracuse why wouldn't they want that record? Why wouldn't they want to say, hey, we had a guy that was here 50 years,
Right.
That was the only thing I thought. You're that close to making history that might never be broken. Go ahead and let the man get it,
Right.
You don't rub too many people the wrong way.
Yeah. Hey, any shout outs from the fans, listeners on social media, Radar?
No, not at this point.
He said no, not at this point.
He probably started to fall asleep in the meetings, Big T.
Say falling asleep.
It's his time, man. It's his time.
Yeah. Hey, another big story, obviously, is Carolina missing the tournament. And, not because we didn't know it wasn't going to happen. I think everybody knew that was going to happen. But there's something wrong there. And the way I feel with Hubert is, look, man, you earned a lot of goodwill with those 2 huge wins over Duke, getting to the championship game. having a 16-point lead in that game and barely losing. But this season, man, it set you back. So that means and now he's got 2 transfers. Did y'all hear? 2 guys have transferred already. And they're expecting more to transfer. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, Hubert, you on the hot seat now, brother. Next year, you got to get something done.
Oh, yeah. Real quick, they just started lighting me up on social media here. They said, Radar, pay attention. They said, TP, thank you for getting Stats and Birdman straight. And B. Smith said they are off the chart tonight.
So they're off the chart.
Yeah, and Talking for Fun revealed that she's an Aggie. So I almost blocked her on the account.
Don't do that.
You almost blocked her.
I almost blocked the Aggie piece.
Don't do that, man.
I'm about
Don't
to
do
block
that to my Aggie sister now. Don't do
That's
that.
right. Don't you be doing that. You have a lot of people coming after you.
Right, I understand.
Hey.
I repent.
Hey, catch us on Tuesday nights here on YouTube, on the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel for the next several weeks. This is where we'll be. And you catch us at 7 p.m. And be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell everybody you know about it. On Thursday nights, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it at 7 p.m. on WLJFradio.com. And you can also download the 100.7 WLJF app. It's available both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. But special mention, we are moving back to live in the studio on Thursday night starting April the 20th. You'll be able to catch us there, and you'll be able to find us on YouTube and on WLJFradio.com and on the radio if you're in the Triad area, 100.7 WLJFF. So be sure to catch us. That's April the 20th, Thursday night, 7 p.m. All right, when we come back, we're going to wrap this edition of At Home with the Crossover up.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, The Joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. 1 church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
It's time now for the crossover wrap-up report. Let's send it back to the tunnel.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. And this is the wrap-up segment where we look back at what happened last week and catch everybody up on how the Tunnel Crew is doing with the weekly records and the overall records. And we don't have any slides tonight. That's my fault. I didn't get the information to Radar in time, so I'll just have to read the result. So for the ACC Tournament Challenge, Birdman won the week. He's got that all-important weekly win. For the tiebreaker a little bit later on, when we have our playoffs at the end of the year, he went 11-3, so he took home the title. And then me and Stats were tied. I had added my results up wrong, but I reported to the Tunnel Crew before the show. We got it right now. Me and Stats tied for second at 9-5. Then we had a log jam at 8 and 6. We had Aggie P, Radar, and TP all went 8 and 6 and finished third. And Bromel came in fourth. He finished 7 and 7. So the overall records look like this. You've got a log jam at the top. Aggie P, me, and Birdman are all 36 and 26, tied for first place after the ACC challenge. Stats is in second place, 34 and 28. Bromel is next, 33 and 29. TP is next at 30 and 32. And Blind Man Radar Charles bringing up the rear. He's in last place at 28 and 34. So that's the overall standings. And for this week and for the next 3 weeks, counting tonight, our picks are the NCAA tournament bracket. So each week moving forward on this segment, we'll just update everybody on how the Tono Crew is doing in the tournament. But tonight we're gonna pick we're gonna tell everybody who our Final Four teams are and our national champion. And we'll start with TP, the Queen. Give us yours, TP.
Okay, that's a very good question. What are my picks? All right.
Yeah, you need me to give them to you?
I remember I picked Houston,
Yep.
Kansas,
Say again. Houston and who?
Kansas, Purdue, and Alabama.
That's right.
Kansas was the winner.
Oh, yeah, Kansas is the winner? Okay, all right. So she's got KU cutting down the nets. All right, Birdman, give us yours.
I got Alabama, Purdue, Houston, and Kansas with Alabama as the champs.
All right, Aggie P, give us yours, sir.
Yes, sir. I got Alabama out of the South. I got Marquette.
Marquette.
Out of the East. Yes, sir. And I got Gonzaga out of the West. And I got Houston coming out of the Midwest.
All right.
Them boys from Alabama gonna cut the net down.
Say Bama, the Crimson Tide.
Hey,
cutting it down.
them boys get ball.
They can.
Okay.
Radar, your go.
First of all, I must say, I love the fact that TP sounded like an unprepared student at the beginning of this pick
Oh
segment.
my TP, get him. Hey, let him finish first, then get him.
Wait a minute.
Boy, you ain't got a lick of sense. hey, if you could see, she probably would go wouldn't go so easy on you, but I think she's gonna go a little easy on you because you're blind.
I'm about to mute his mic.
There you go. All right, give us your picks, man.
Okay. Excuse me. Baylor, Duke, Kansas, Houston, and Duke to come out on top, baby.
Oh,
Blue Devils.
Man, you really believe in that much?
NCAA.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Stats, give us yours.
All right. If I remember correctly,
Mm-hmm.
I took Alabama,
Yep.
took UCLA, I took Duke. Did I take Kansas as well?
You took Texas.
Texas.
Yep.
And I want to say
Alabama.
I had Bama. Bama is my national champion.
You got Bama as your national champ.
Roll
There you
Tide.
go.
I think it was over UCLA, I want to say. it was over UCLA.
All right, so there you go. All right, I'll read Bromel's. Bromel took Alabama, Houston, Purdue, and Kansas, and he's got Purdue cutting down the nets. And I took Alabama, Marquette, Texas, and UConn in the Final Four, and I've got Alabama winning the whole thing. So UConn, man, I got UConn. So there goes the Total Crew's Final Four picks and our national champions. Hey, we got a few minutes left, so we can just shoot the breeze and talk about anything we want to talk about that we talked about tonight. Did we miss anything?
NC State, we didn't talk about that. They made the tournament. At least NC State made the tournament.
Yeah, but we did talk about them. We said, how did they get in and Clemson not get in?
It doesn't make sense.
Clemson beat them 3 times and beat them bad 3 times, you know?
Hey, real quick, Talking for Fun said y'all need to have a timeout chair in the studio and put Radar's name on it.
There you go.
Boy, she
Yes!
just like an A, don't she?
I like that. There we go. That's all right. Talking for Fun. Hit him again.
Right, and then here go Raleigh Fuller coming in all late, talking about don't be talking about TP. Raleigh Fuller, I was like, good Lord, Raleigh, the show
That's
almost over.
That's right. Leave mama alone, boy. Don't you know what the...
He just hates. He never appreciates.
That's right. Don't
I'ma
you know what the
ask you-
Bible say about disrespecting your parents? You know, you cut your life short, son.
You know what? Let me ask them, are they an Aggie P?
Respect your elders.
Respect your elders. All right, everybody.
I'll
Hey,
be screening the Tunnel Crew people. Are you an Aggie?
hey, it's time for shout outs and shut up and play candidates. We'll start with you, mama.
Shut up and play the radar. He is me.
Say simple, quite say
He cannot talk.
simple and sweet. I love it. I love it. Birdman, give us your shout out and shut up and play candidate.
Shout out to my Demon Deacons for getting the win since 2017. First time.
Okay, all right.
First game.
Aggie P.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Hendon Hooker. He's starting to jog now.
All right. That's a
On that
good
end.
sign.
So shout out to him. Yeah, good sign.
That is definitely a good sign. Stats.
My shout outs to L. Ellis. I met him at the Coliseum when I was lost. And he's a cool guy. I told him, I said, nothing you can do about your teammates not moving without that basketball, man. Nothing you can do.
That's awesome.
Stay up.
That is
Told him
awesome.
to stay up.
That's awesome. All right, now we can take him out of timeout. Radar, give us yours.
I want to give a shout out to Raleigh Fuller, G. Smith, Small Wonder, Talking for Fun, Nessie Pfeiffer, Ann Mitchell, and all the other Tunnel Crew members for showing out and showing love tonight for us tonight.
There you go. There you
They had a
go.
good time. They had a good time. Even
Hey.
though it's a bunch of Aggies. I'm gonna have
Uh-huh.
to start screening people a little bit better on here.
Hey, mine is the Texas Longhorns who blew Kansas out in the final regular season game, and everybody saw it as a fluke, and then they blew them out in the championship game of the Big 12 tournament. So, Texas.
There.
All right, hey, for the Queen,
Blessings on blessings.
for Birdman,
Whosoever believe in him.
for Aggie P,
No weapon.
for Radar,
Narrow is the way.
for Stats.
The madness is here, but baseball's coming.
I'm your man, Big T. Sign off and saying, no matter where y'all look up and know that your creator's there. Until next time, see ya, and we might want to be you.
That's all we have for you today. So be sure to join us next week on The Crossover. And remember, the Tunnel Crew don't play unless we have something to say.